The world respects results, not intentions, not almosts, not long explanations about why the timing wasn't right or the market wasn't fair. It respects the numbers you can point to and the outcomes you can repeat under pressure. If you want respect, stop asking for it and start earning it in a language the world understands. Completions, deliver on schedule, at standard, without drama. Results are not mysterious. They are built, brick by brick, rep by rep, call by call, line by line. You can either keep crafting a personal mythology about your potential, or you can build a public record of receipts that makes your potential irrelevant because your proof is heavy enough to bend opinion into agreement. Choose. You don't need louder dreams. You need tighter systems. Systems don't care about moods. Systems don't negotiate with feelings. Systems convert inputs into outputs on a timeline you control. Your day is a factory floor. Either the line runs or it doesn't. Either the parts move from station to station and leave as finished product, or they pile up and rot, while you stand around explaining why the conveyor belt is scary today. No more explanations. Start the belt. What are results? Precise things with dates and units. 10 kilograms added to your compound list over 8 weeks with form filmed and logged. 12 deep work blocks completed this week with 2 major deliverables shipped. 20 targeted asks made, 5 meetings booked, 2 deals closed. 2,000 new words drafted, edited, and published. 7 nights of 8-hour sleep blocks protected. 50 outreach messages, 20 follow-ups, 5 qualified conversations. Results exist outside your head. They can be counted by people who don't care about your story. Build those. Everything that isn't measured becomes optional. Everything optional dissolves under pressure. So you will pick your scoreboards and police them. Body, sessions, sets, reps, load, tempo, steps, sleep, work, deep blocks completed, deliverables shipped, offers sent, follow-ups, revenue closed, learning, hours of deliberate practice, problems solved, projects built, relationships, check-ins done, promises kept, breaches repaired. If the metric doesn't move the outcome, drop it. If it does, track it daily. Results are numbers first, narratives never. The barrier between you and results is not genius. It's execution on schedule. That means you will stop gifting your mornings to noise. The first hour determines the day's slope. Own it. Alarm. Feet to floor on the first tone. Water. Light. Movement that raises your pulse. Write 3 outcomes for the day. 1 physical, 1 professional, 1 relational. Each stated as a verb plus a number. Then attack the hardest professional outcome before opening any device that lets strangers invade your brain. You ship before you scroll. You produce before you consume. You set the tone or you lose it. Your phone is a funnel designed to harvest your attention and resell it. Respect that or keep paying in lost days. During work blocks, the phone lives in another room. Notifications off by default. Single task open. Timer running. Door closed. The rule is absolute. No switching. You don't leave the set mid-rep. You don't leave the block mid-task. The world respects results because they are rare. They are rare because attention is cheap. Make yours expensive. The gin is not about aesthetics right now. It's about engineering a nervous system that finishes under load. Pick a program. Progressive overload with clean form. Push, pull, hinge, squat, carry. Log everything. Add small increments. Film sticky lifts to police technique. The last clean rep when your lungs are screening is not a mood. It's evidence. Bring that evidence back to your desk. Results follow people who finish when it's ugly. Stop narrating. You do not need to announce how hard you're working. You need to work so clean that when you present the outcome, it explains itself. Quiet is your edge. The loud are performing for rooms that can't help them. You are building for rooms that pay. Those rooms read numbers and sample deliverables. They don't care about your grind story. Give them product. Install failure rules. Results require contact with reality. Reality says no often. You neutralize no with criteria. For sales, first ask, 2 follow-ups, then archive and move on. For lifts, 3 honest attempts. If it doesn't move with form, deload and accumulate volume. Return next cycle. For content, 2 drafts, publish, iterate based on feedback, not fear. For sleep, if lights out is missed, the next evening is a hard shutdown 90 minutes earlier. Failure rules, convert disappointment into direction. Engineer your environment. Results thrive in low-friction, single-purpose spaces. Clean desk. 1 open tab. Document pre-opened with the next line waiting. Water staged. Checklist visible. Gym bag packed the night before. Meals prepped, so the next bite is the right bite. Remove traps. TV remotes visible. Junk food within reach. Social apps on your work device. You are not weak. You are sloppy. Fix the room. Then fix yourself inside the room. Language matters. Replace soft words with commands. By noon. Ship the draft. Close the set. Send the offer. Follow up twice. Lights out 22:30. Your mouth is the foreman of your nervous system. If you feed it hedges, it will hedge. If you feed it orders, it will obey. Everything you say should shorten the path to a result, or you don't say it. Recovery is not a treat. Recovery is conversion. Effort plus sleep equals improvement. Protect sleep like it's your highest paying client. Screens off, lights down. Tomorrow on paper, so your mind shuts up. Cool, dark room, same wake time daily. Results demand consistency more than intensity. Consistency dies without recovery. You don't earn respect by bragging about fatigue. You earn it by delivering rested when everyone else is fried. Eat like your output depends on chemistry, because it does. Protein at every meal. Vegetables heavy. Fiber steady. Water high. Limit sugar to kill the afternoon crash you pretend is fate. Alcohol low to none while you rebuild. Caffeine on schedule, not as a crutch for broken sleep. Stable blood sugar produces stable attention. Stable attention produces finished work. Finished work produces results. Results buy respect. This is not wellness wallpaper. This is economics. Plan in cycles. Results compound across weeks and quarters, not days. Block your calendar with recurring anchors. Training sessions, deep work blocks, revenue actions, review rituals, recovery windows. Schedule deloads, schedule sprints, schedule launches. If it matters, it appears on your calendar with a verb and a number. Ambition without scheduling is theater. Ship early. Perfection is an ego costume. Professionals ship, learn, iterate. The market is the only feedback that matters. Let it teach you. You cannot optimize a ghost. Put work in the world and collect data. Your content is not a masterpiece. It's a version. Your product is not a legacy. It's a test. Your offer is not sacred. It's a hypothesis. Results belong to those who shorten the loop between action and adjustment. Do fear drills daily. One ask that raises your pulse. One piece shipped publicly. One conversation you've avoided. Fear hoards your future results by keeping you out of the arena. Train your response. When the stomach flips, breathe 6 out, 4 in. Speak the sentence, take the shot. Do it enough and fear becomes background static you can ignore while you work. People will misunderstand you. They will call you rigid. They will call you obsessed. They will beg for your time that your standards already spent. You don't argue. You keep your line. I'm unavailable 8 to 10. But I don't discuss business at dinner. I don't drink on weeknights. I don't open social before shipping. Boundaries are how you protect results. Without them, your day dissolves into favors and you call the wreckage bad luck. Audit your circle. Anchors normalize drift and optics. Multipliers normalize standards and outcomes. Keep multipliers close. They don't clap for effort. They ask for receipts. When you drift, they don't sympathize. They point at your system and say, fix it. If you lack multipliers, become one. Results attract their own kind. Master boring. Boring is where results live. The same lifts progressed. The same blocks protected. The same outreach cadence followed. The same bedtime honored. The same debrief written. Amateurs chase novelty. Pros chase compounding. Compounding is the math of boring. Boring wins. Debrief daily. 3 lines at shutdown. What you aimed for, what you hit, what you'll change. Write tomorrow's first action. Tidy the space. This closes loops and prevents your brain from burning fuel overnight. Morning clarity is not luck. It's the residue of a clean shutdown. When pain arrives, and it will, you discriminate. Injury, stop and fix. Intensity, breathe and continue. Boredom, shrink the frame and finish the block. Anxiety, short exhale protocol, then act. The untrained label all discomfort as stop. The trained label most discomfort as work. Results demand you work through discomfort with form. Build that fluency and your progress will look like magic to people still negotiating with sensations. Carry weight. Literally, farmer carries, suitcase carries, sandbag carries, load in hands, posture tight, face quiet, walk. Carries teach you how to hold shape under noise. Life is carries. Responsibility, reputation, promises, expectations. You do not drop them because it aches. You finish the distance and put them down with control. That training leaks into every negotiation, every pitch, every hard conversation. Stop worshiping algorithms. They are weather. You build climate. Climate is your system of skills, assets, lists you own, relationships you nurture, products that solve. The algorithm can make you look big for a week. Climate makes you durable for a decade. Clients, customers, and serious peers respect results, not reach. Build for them. Define enough so you stop turning ambition into a bottomless pit. Enough sleep, enough sessions this week, enough shipped work today, enough cash buffer, enough boundaries to protect attention. Once the standard is met, step away and reload. People who never define enough burn out and call it fate. People who define enough become consistent and call it discipline. Consistency generates results. Use constraints. Time limits force decisions. Ship by noon. Close 3 loops by 5 p.m. Finish 4 sets with exact tempo. Constraints crush procrastination by making indecision expensive. Under constraint, You stop polishing and start delivering. Delivery is the only thing the world can pay. Design a minimum effective day. The world doesn't pause for your plan. Bad days happen. Your response decides whether your results survive. Floor protocol: one clean meal, one perfect heavy set, one 90-minute deep block on the highest lever, one repair if you damaged a relationship. Lights out on time. Floors prevent zeros. Zeros break streaks. Broken streaks break momentum. Protect the floor, and results keep compounding, even when life is loud. Stop apologizing for standards. Standards make you reliable. Reliability makes you valuable. Value converts to leverage. Leverage buys you choice. Choice is freedom measured in hours and doors. People respect those who control their time and keep their word. Be that person, quietly, repeatedly. Keep a receipts ledger, not for the internet, for you. Date what you shipped, what you sold, what you lifted, what you learned, what you repaired. Read it when doubt gets loud. Identity is better built on evidence than affirmation. Evidence silences noise without a speech. Quit managing impressions. Start managing throughput. Impressions are decoration. Throughput is production. Production is outcomes. Outcomes are respect. You don't need everyone to know how hard you work. You need a small number of right people to experience what you deliver. If you want better results, shorten the feedback loop. Publish smaller chunks more often. Call sooner. Ask for terms today. Run a pilot. Test price this week. Track, adjust, repeat. Months of planning without contact with reality is artistic procrastination. Reality only respects things it can touch. Guard your inputs. Outrage media sells you anger and buys your attention at a discount. It will not move your metrics. Replace doom with craft. Study fundamentals. Read source material. Learn from practitioners with receipts. Consume in windows. If an input won't change what you do today, it waits. Choose asymmetric moves. Actions with oversized upside if they hit, and limited downside if they miss. One product that forever removes a class of problems. One ask that, if yes, changes your month. One skill that multiplies the value of everything else. Results scale fastest when your actions have leverage baked in. Raise your price when your quality and demand justify it. Underpricing is not kindness. It's sabotage. Document value. Show before and after. Capture testimonials. Clean your offer. Close with posture. People respect what you respect. If you treat your work like a commodity, they will too. Practice saying the hard sentence in one breath. This doesn't meet the standard. Here's the correction and the deadline. I'm not available then. Price is X. Terms are Y. We need to pause this project until A and B are delivered. Clarity is a results accelerator. Ambiguity inflates timelines and kills margins. Never miss twice. You will miss. Everyone does. The difference is response time. Correction within 24 hours keeps streaks alive and reputations intact. Slow correction becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. Identity becomes unreliable. You don't want that label. Move fast. Stop trying to feel motivated. Move first. Motivation arrives to reward the already moving. Start the set. Start the draft. Start the call. The first minute is the toll. Pay it. On the other side is momentum. Momentum is cheaper than motivation and buys more distance. Your reputation will become a single sentence in other people's mouths. Make it useful. They deliver. They keep their word. They finish. Nothing louder is needed. Those sentences open rooms you cannot talk your way into. Only results can buy that access. Learn to leave rooms where results don't matter. Rooms that worship feelings and punish outcomes drain serious people. Go where numbers are normal and receipts are standard. You will either rise to the room's expectation or the room will lower to yours. Pick the room that forces you up. You will be tempted to expand too soon. Capture one hill before you try to rule a continent. One product perfected. One channel consistent. One process tightened. Then scale. Scaling chaos creates larger, louder failure. Scaling system creates larger results with less noise. Earn the right to multiply. Protect your name like equity. Every missed deadline, every sloppy deliverable, every ghosted message devalues your brand. Every early delivery, every clean handoff, every clear follow-up raises it. People trade their time and reputations with the names they trust. Earn that trust daily. Use your anger correctly. Anger at wasted time, weak boundaries, or broken promises is a signal. Convert it into a block of output within 60 seconds. Push-ups, a sales call, a draft paragraph, a boundary stated. Heat without output is a tax. Turn heat into motion and you turn anger into results. Close your day with intent. Capture wins. Note misses. Schedule fixes. Reset space. Sleep on time. This loop builds a life that runs whether you feel heroic or not. Results don't come from occasional sprints. They come from loops that don't break. This is the contract. You will define outcomes daily in verbs and numbers. You will guard mornings and produce before you consume. You will train your body for finish under load capability. You will track only metrics that move outcomes. You will ship early, learn publicly, iterate fast. You will set boundaries that protect attention and honor them without noise. You will keep a floor that prevents zeros. You will debrief nightly and schedule tomorrow's first move. You will surround yourself with people who ask for receipts. You will speak in commands and deliver in finals. Do this for 90 days, and your life will reorganize itself around output. People will speak to you differently because you'll have evidence at every conversation. Opportunities will start to select you because you look like low risk and high reliability. Money will become less mysterious because it follows value delivered, not value discussed. Your body will steady, your sleep will deepen, your focus will sharpen, because your system is no longer at war with itself. The world respects results. It always has, it always will, not because the world is cold, but because outcomes are the only fair language across cultures, moods, and biases. Results say, this was promised, this was built, here it is, it works. Speak that language daily. Speak it with your lips, your products, your offers, your repairs, your boundaries, your schedule. Speak it so consistently that even your critics become translators for you. They show your receipts while trying to argue against them. When the doubt rises, open your ledger. Point to the sets completed. Point to the drafts shipped. Point to the deals closed. Point to the nights you protected. Point to the boundaries enforced. Point to the follow-up sent. Then go back to work. You don't have time for performance when production is waiting. This is not about being loved. It's about being undeniable. It's about walking into rooms with a gravity built from completions. It is about becoming boringly reliable in a world obsessed with theatrics. It's about trading excuses for invoices, drama for delivery, noise for numbers. The next hour is in front of you. Load it with output. Write the line that advances the project. Make the call that opens the door. Finish the set that proves you don't quit at the sticking point. Send the offer with a deadline. Repair what you broke. Reset the room. Set the timer. Begin. The world respects results. Give it nothing else to talk about.